CR, just find out if any more people can join, or should I start the class? CR, please respond. Good afternoon, students. So I hope now it is 73, so we can go ahead with our class. So in the last class, we covered till social audit. So I just wanted to start with business ethics. That's why I told you to watch some movies like business ethics movies, like corporate, where it is there. But it's up to you how to watch and all. Please take care. That movie is unrestricted for public with caution. If students, if your any small children are there nearby, so please don't involve to watch as an entertainment. It is for your purpose only. So basically, what I want to say is business ethics. Business ethics is the study of appropriate business policies and practices regarding potentially controversial subjects, including corporate governance, insider trading, bribery, discrimination, corporate social responsibility, and fiduciary responsibilities. So basically, it's a kind of a study which has got appropriate business policies. Like there are certain policies which a business has to follow, companies needs to follow. If they are following, then they are actually achieving the business ethics. Now there are so many. We have discussed in the last class also the types of business ethics: personal responsibility, representative or official responsibility, personal loyalties, corporate responsibilities, organizational loyalties, economic responsibilities, then technical morality. We discussed this technical morality, which is very, very important for you guys, because this technical morality is the one, like you are doing some kind of experiments, or in a company you are developing some products, technical specifications. You need to do it meticulously. You cannot have a shortcut for just to save the time or anything like that. Then we have legal responsibilities also concerned to the business ethics. So the business ethics can be denoted as unwritten or written codes of morals, values, and principles. And these govern actions and decisions in a company. And in the business world, the standards are set for determining good and bad behavior and decision making. Thus, business ethics can lead to a more productive workplace. We all seen in the last class, so many things are there which you do if you follow ethics, if you do proper social responsibilities. Then what happens is your business also affects. It also enhances, and there is a more likelihood that you will get the profit out of whatever you do. So now we see what are the advantages of business ethics. Now, if I do a business ethics, if I follow it, what are the advantages? So you must have seen in that corporate movie, whosoever watched that. So there have been certain cases where that will be discussed in subsequent slide. I will be when we get that opportunity, I will highlight that. Now in this advantages, first is the higher revenues, demand from positive consumer support. Now when we have a good business ethics, then we have a higher revenue, that is higher profit. Then we have improved brand and business awareness and recognition. We have improved brand and business awareness, and then better employee motivation and recruitment. Last class also we have gone through these slides, so just refreshing you guys. So better employee motivation, because everyone knows that the company is very good, company is following ethics and all. So then, of course, the ethical investors also will have kind of interest in your company. Then provide a competitive advantage in terms of customers and improve employee happiness, attract more investors, better for society, limited ability to maximize profit, time consuming to implement the practices. All these things are advantages which you can explain in the exam, because generally it comes in a short form. So in a short form, don't just write in a paragraph wise. You explain what is business ethics little bit, maybe 4 to 5 lines. Then you write advantages and how they are going to affect and all. Everything you can write neatly as per the marks. So this figure you can remember, so that in exam you can just so that the pictures and images actually have more memory than your normal slides and all. So this has got like so integrity, moral principles, honesty, right, fairness, responsibility, conscience, choice, honor, value, and your see all these are the part of your ethics. Now I want to ask you one small question. What is integrity? Everyone knows principles, honesty, and other things, but what is integrity? Can anyone tell me what is integrity? Okay, I'm coming out. Please switch on your videos. Please switch on your videos. Everyone. I'll be picking up attendance at any moment. Yeah. Now there is one thing called as integrity as a part of your business or maybe a personal ethics. What is this integrity? Vamshi, please switch on your video. Monisha, Tejaswini, everyone, please switch on your videos for a second. Yeah, what is this integrity? We have heard about this integrity, loyalty, and all, no? So, what is this integrity? What you example? Can anyone give me what is the example? Integrity, because these are the terms which actually are part of your business ethics or your company's ethics or your own ethics. So, integrity means nothing. See, what I see that whether anyone watching or not watching, anyone monitoring or not monitoring, I will come on time to the college or your company. Whether anyone monitoring or not. Like sometimes it may happen that in your company, own company, people are coming late. Everyone is coming late. Your boss himself is coming late. Then you also you can also take a chance and come late. But you as you think that no, I am a honest and integrated person, so I will, whether anyone coming late or not, I don't bother, but I follow my rules. I will come on time. So I will come irrespective of whether what anyone does. So that is what is called as integrity. That means highly integrated person. So this has to be also applicable for the your business activities also. You are highly integrated. Your business is highly integrated. Ethics, which includes one of the qualities of the. I hope you understood this integrity. This is a very important term because you guys need to apply in your career when you go grow in the service or in your career when you join companies and all. So I hope this business ethics, when I was discussing with that respect to the movie, I know that movie, I know it's, people think that it is a kind of an entertainment, but it's not exactly the entertainment. Please, if you can omit certain these things, if they see the content of the movie, very important. There are two rivals like Marwa group of companies and Segal group of companies. So you must, if those people who have watched it, I'm just telling them, just to refresh yourself. Now, there at certain point of time, what happens in the bottling? There's a competition between them, very high degree of competence happening between them, and there is a cutthroat competition. In fact, one is trying to cut other person's whatever reputation, whatever is possible. In that bargain, what happens is the managing director, he is actually into the area that, see, bottom line, they say that's a profit, but they can do anything. They can go to any extent. They can see that in the what happened this movie. It was shown that they are a soft drink concentrate they were manufacturing. The one company steals other person's strategy plans, and then they start launching the plans and doing all unethical things. Then when they do it, they found the license agency, which is the FDDA. They come and check that they conduct raids because of some this thing, and then they find that there is a huge amount of pesticides in the soft drink which they have wanted to launch. Now that managing director decides, or the company head decides that I will go ahead with this launch, even though there are certain pesticides content is there. So this is unethical actually. That the business, when you are doing, these are all things you are not supposed to do as per the company policy. But he believes in his profit. He believes in his own this thing, and he convinces their own subordinates to do the job. But finally, what happened? One of the important vice president resigns for these unethical things. So he resigns. Now, see, all the things are depicted very nicely in that movie. apart from certain inappropriate scenes, but that should be avoided. Avoid that and look for the content, main content. How exactly is the this business happens? How the competitor actually happens? How this competitiveness happens? How the political parties are involved in that? What kind of business levels happens at different levels, at central government level, at state government level, at private sector level, at public sector level. All these things are involved in that movie. So these movies are this movie has been shown in the most of the companies. Since I recommended this movie because you're all 18 plus and nothing more on that. But what I wanted to show you guys is the ethics. What exactly is the ethics? If you see, you can remember and you can actually reproduce in your own words in your exam. So that's how the company businesses run in Mumbai and all. Not only Mumbai, Bangalore also. So many companies run in that fashion. So everyone is involved in the any private sector tendering and all. Everything is shown in that movie. So it's basically that that was my intention. Okay. Okay. Now you can switch off your videos. I can switch on to the uh, presentation part. Anyone has got any doubts till now? Namita?
No, sir.
Okay, fine. So now we talk about the examples of ethics, business ethics. The principles incorporate the characteristics and values that most people associate with ethical behavior. That is some kind of honesty you should have, the integrity you should have. We discussed the integrity part. Honesty, you all know, and promise keeping and trustworthiness, loyalty, fairness, concern for others, respect for others, law abiding. All these are the ethics which actually concern to the business of the company. Then we'll start with a new topic, what is called as corporate governance. Now, before starting new concept, do you have any anything which you need to discuss regarding this business ethics? Anyone? Or everyone is clear? See, the question may come, maybe a short notes, write a short notes on business ethics. So you please remember certain points from this slide and try to reproduce in your own words. No need to quote that movie directly, because sometimes it has seen, I have seen that students, they watch the movie and directly they reproduce whatever is there. They try to write their heroes, heroine names and all. Don't do that. Just this movie is there to make you understand what business ethics is and how things happen in the marketing management and other management companies and all. Okay, so with that, we'll start with the new concept called as corporate governance. Okay, corporate governance is the combination of rules, processes, or laws by which businesses are operated, regulated, or controlled. The term encompasses the internal and external factors that affect the interests of the company's stakeholders, including shareholders, customers, suppliers, government regulators, and management. So this is basically a combination of, it's a complex combination of rules, the processes, laws by which businesses are operated. So it includes anything. It can have any kind of processes or protocols or anything which is regulated or controlled by the company. And it also encompasses the external and internal factors also, like your stakeholders, your customers, suppliers, or your own workers, or any other external government agencies. Everyone is influencing on this corporate governance. So basically, it's a regulation formulated by a company for conducting some procedure, rules, compliance, standard, guidelines, and conduct constraint. Everything is just I'm showing this slide so that you can remember during the exam. So now, what is the role of a corporate governance? What is actually why why there is a requirement for corporate governance? So the purpose of corporate government is to facilitate effective, entrepreneurial, and prudent management that can deliver the long-term success of the company. See, this is very important. If you do not have any protocols, if you do not have any kind of rules and your own protocols or SOPs, then it is very difficult to run the business. You can run the business, but it will in the long run it will affect your the performance of the company. So you should always have a good corporate governance, and the stakeholders, the shareholders' role in corporate governance is to appoint the directors and auditors and to satisfy them that an appropriate governance structure is in place. So we should have a proper, auditors, and also we should have a directors, and everyone has to be shareholders will decide that the corporate governance who all will be there part of the company. Now we call as what are the four principles, pillars of corporate governance. We have some kind of pillars of governance, corporate governance. In terms of manpower, if you take in terms of manpower, a common model for defining corporate governance is to describe it as a comprising four pillars, that is board of directors, management, internal auditors, external auditors. So these four play a very important role as a pillars of a management or your company when it goes. So this board of directors means you are all main people who are holding the post. There may be a 3 to 4 directors in your company, partners who are handling all the operations. Those play very important. Then management control, who is controlling the whole thing, the board of director and chairman, MD and all. Then internal auditors. Internal auditors means people who do the auditing within the company itself. They are not going out. So sometimes what happens, your managing directors or board of officers, board of directors, what they do, they appoint certain internal auditing team. So what they do, they go within your company and they find out everyone is doing correct regulations, are they following all the rules and protocols, all regulations are in place or not, whether all the SOPs are being followed or not, everything they will do the checks. Then they will come and report in case of any deficiency or any malpractices. What they do, any financial problems, they will go and this team will do the audit within internal. Before it's being exposed to the other agencies, they will give it to the details, observations, they will give it to the board of directors or the managing director. Then managing director will take appropriate corrective actions in resolving all the issues before any external auditor will come and check it. So now what happens, after some time you have to be exposed to the external auditors. That may be probably in case of a government agencies, a team from outside a central government may come and do the inspection for the state government, something like that. So they have to be having their own internal auditors so that they can do the corrective action, so that minimum observations are there during when the external auditors come and do the inspection. So all these things are very, very important for conducting your company in a long run, long business, and with a good corporate governance. Now this there are other regarding to activities, there are 4 pillars of corporate governance. So what are those? One is accountability, transparency, responsibility, and fairness. See, these things are different. This is the activities concerned. When we concerned about activities, the 4 pillars are different. When we talk about the manpower, in terms of manpower, it is the pillars are different. So if the question comes in your exam, explain corporate governance and what are the 4 pillars of corporate governance, please write both. In terms of manpower, also in terms of activities carried out by the company, both you write, explain little bit on each attribute. You will get good marks in this corporate governance. The accountability means you are whatever your finances are there, your whatever you do the business, it should be accountable. Whatever you are producing, your products, that should be accounted for, like how many quantities you are producing. So let's say you are having some kind of transistor manufacturing equipment. You are having a big company of transistor manufacturing equipment, which is producing some thousands of transistors every day. Now, all the transistors which are being produced by the company needs to be accounted, and everything it should be on the inventory. Inventory means it should be how many are good, how many bad, and whether I'm exceeding my limits or I'm undergoing, I'm falling short. of my target of production and all. So all that thing is to be taken into cognizance. Then we have transparency. Transparency is very important. When we have done with the corporate governance, we have certain protocols, rules, and SOPs made for each and every attribute. What we do is we have to put it in our website. Best example is we put it in the website that yes, we have incorporated corporate governance, like we have some kind of rules, we have regulations, we have incorporated, so that we can publicize that yes, we are following the rules, our SOPs are very stringent, our laboratory procedures are good. So all that things are what you are doing, you are actually showing to the world. It's a transparency. You are actually giving it to the on the website that we are following the rules and protocols, our business ethics are good, and something like that. Then comes the responsibility. Not only transparency, accountability, you need to be responsible for your actions also. So all the manufacturing companies who are producing all the components, or maybe any kind of system, those things needs to be done with the responsible manner. And you all know what is responsibility. So no need to stress upon responsibility. But now this all the operations has to be undertaken as per the guidelines given by the your higher authorities, higher echelons, with the in a responsible manner. Then there is something called fairness. What do you mean by fairness? Can anyone throw some light on fairness? The simple word fairness. What is fairness? No one actually interacts. That's very bad. Please switch on your videos. Please switch on your videos. This class, please kindly interact. It is not that I am just talking and you are listening. Please switch on your videos. Vamshi, Monisha, Ganga, Geeta, Harshit, Dheeraj. Yeah, I know all are feeling sleepy. It's lunchtime. I can understand the situation. Please bear with me. So see, what I'm to say is we should have interaction. Otherwise, it is a dead subject. I mean, it's not a technical subject where I can show you some circuit or some analysis. It's not that. So we have to discuss this. Otherwise, it's very difficult to understand the concept and all. So what the question was? Somebody tell me what was the question? I hope no one has monitored that also. Harshit, what was the question I asked? Harshit? Tejaswini? You remember question? What is that? Fairness. Simple, I told fairness. It's not that this thing, fairness. What is fairness in a business? In a corporate governance? We saw accountability, responsibility. So there is one fairness also. What is that fairness? You do business in a fair manner. What is that? Can anyone give example? Any one small example? Dheeraj, any example? ಏನಾದರೂ ಒಂದು ಹೇಳಿ, ಒಂದು ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಕೊಡಿ. ಏನಾದರೂ ಒಂದು, ಏನಿದು ಫೇರ್ನೆಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? 4 pillars: ಅಕೌಂಟಬಿಲಿಟಿ, ರೆಸ್ಪಾನ್ಸಿಬಿಲಿಟಿ, ಮತ್ತೇನಿದೆ? ಫೇರ್ನೆಸ್, ಮತ್ತೆ ಹೇಳಿ, ಯಾರು ಏನು?
ಎಥಿಕ್ಸ್.
Accountability, transparency, responsibility, and fairness. So what is this fairness? Fairness ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? ಫೇರ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ, ನೀವು ಏನು ಇದು ಮಾಡಬಾರ್ದು ಯಾರಿಗೆ ಅಂತ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ. ಧೀರಜ್, what you understand by fairness in corporate governance?
That we have to be honest and we have to follow the decisions which we take, and it must help by others also.
Very good, very good. Fairness, it should be you should good point, Dheeraj. Any other point by anyone? Tejaswini, Ganga Bhavani, Namita, any other point what you feel as a fairness in a corporate governance? You should be a fair ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಲ್ಲ ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ, ಫೇರ್ ಆಗಿ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಫೇರ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೇಕು, ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಯು ಆರ್ ಅನ್ಫೇರ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಲ್ಲ. ಏನದು ಅನ್ಫೇರ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಕಾರ್ಪೊರೇಟ್ ಗವರ್ನೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ?
Whatever happens, transparency should be maintained.
No. Transparency is another part. Transparency, accountability, responsibility is another part. We are talking about only fairness. ಫೇರ್ನ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಲ್ಲ ನಾವು. ನೀವು ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಮಾಡಿರ್ಬೇಕು, ಏನು ತಪ್ಪು ಮಾಡಬಾರ್ದು, ಯಾರಿಗೂ ಬಯಸ್ ಮಾಡಬಾರ್ದು, ನಾನು ಜಾತಿ ಭೇದ ಮಾಡಬಾರ್ದು. ಸೊ ದೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ಆಲ್ ಯುವರ್ ಫೇರ್ನೆಸ್. You cannot have any kind of what do you say, that casteism or that is not correct. So all these things are actually comes under this fairness. You should be fair for everyone, each and everyone. You have to take care, everyone, respect each and everyone with due respect and dignity. You cannot have an unbiased business ethics. People I have seen in the companies also, there are so many companies are operating in those lines. They are unfair ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ, ಹೇಳೋದೊಂದು ಮಾಡೋದೊಂದು, ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ, ಈ ಥರ ಎಲ್ಲ. ದೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ಆಲ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಕಮ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡರ್ ದಿ ಅನ್ಫೇರ್. ನೌ ಟೆಲ್ ಮಿ, ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಯು ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟುಡ್ ಟಿಲ್ ನೌ ಎನಿ ಡೌಟ್? Corporate governance or business ethics. Okay, tell me, how many of you have associated with any kind of business or anything in your life? Your parent may be a businessman, or your brother may be doing some kind of entrepreneurship, or something must be there. Definitely you must have associated with yourself with some activities. Anyone? ಏನು ಯಾರೂ ಇಲ್ವಾ? ಇದ್ರೂ ಹೇಳಲ್ಲ. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲ? ಧೀರಜ್, you seems to be a businessman son. ಹೌದಾ?
Yes sir.
ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾ? ನೋಡಿ ಹೆಂಗೆ ನೋಡಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. So you tell me something like you must be talking to your father, you must be discussing with him in his business and all, but
Yes,
you must have come across you must be knowing, yes, my father is very fair, my businesses are very fair, they are doing, all dealings are good and all. ಅನ್ಸಿರ್ಬೇಕಲ್ಲ ನಿಮಗೂ ಯಾವಾಗ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ?
Yes sir.
So these things will definitely come into limelight when you associate with the businesses. So you get involved with your father and see how all these things ನೀವು ಕೇಳಿ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ. CSR ನೀವು ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಾ, CSR ಅಂದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆಲ್ಲ ಕಿವಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಇದಾಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ, ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ it is all CSR responsibilities now. So it's so you are now born to ask your son, now you are studied or educated, now you know everything. So you are you can ask questions. Ethics. ಸೊ ಎಥಿಕ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅವ್ರು ಏನು ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ ನೋಡ್ಬೇಕು, ಅವ್ರು ಹೆಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟಿಂಗು, ಆರ್ ದೇ ಫಾಲೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಆಲ್ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಎಥಿಕ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ದೇರ್ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟಿಂಗ್. ಸೊ ಆಲ್ ದಟ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ನೋಯಿಂಗ್. ಸೊ ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಗೊತ್ತಿರ್ಬೇಕು ನಿಮಗೆ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ರಿಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಇನ್ ನೈಸ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ ದ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್. ಓಕೆ, ಐ ಹೋಪ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ವಿತ್ ಸೋಷಲ್ ಆಡಿಟ್. ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಸೋಷಲ್ ಆಡಿಟ್, ಗಂಗಾ ಭವಾನಿ? ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಯು ಥ್ರೋ ಸಮ್ ಲೈಟ್? ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಸೋಷಲ್ ಆಡಿಟ್? ನಾನು ಅವತ್ತು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೆ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸಲ್ಲಿ. Please don't get afraid. I am asking question. Don't get afraid. It's an interaction. See, if you interact only, then only you can remember. Otherwise, I can go ahead with my slides and finish everything syllabus and I'll finish. But ultimately, you will gain nothing, because what you think is you will mug up in the exam and write it. I don't want that concept. Please understand the concept. Understand what exactly is being told, so that it will help you in your not only exam, in your full career also. Yes, Ganga. Can you throw some light on what is social audit? Social audit. Audit andrenu? Okay, tell me what is audit. Audit means introspecting yourself or others, checking or doing, investigating or anything, inquiry. These are just go and checking inquiries. Audit actually. Audit means investigation. Okay, check ಮಾಡೋದು ಎಲ್ಲ ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಪ್ರೊಸೀಜರ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದಾರಾ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಕಂಪ್ನೀಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ CSR ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಆಡಿಟ್, ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ ಆಡಿಟ್. It can be a social audit, can be an internal audit, it can be an external audit. So audit means it is an internal investigation by your own team. ನೀವು ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಬಹುದು ಆಡಿಟ್, ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲೇ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಬಹುದು ಆಡಿಟ್. You can do audit of yourself, whether whatever I am doing in my home is correct or not, whether I am following rules or not. I know no one is following the rules in house. ಯಾರು ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾರು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ರೂಲ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ? Yes, you do follow the rules. ಏನು ಹೇಳಿ, ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ ರೂಲ್ಸ್ ಫಾಲೋ? ಒಂದು ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, your own mother is following all the rules. She knows she has to get up in the morning, she has to do cooking for you, she has to arrange everything for you, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. She knows the set of rules, protocols, what she has to do. Lunch alli ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಇದೇ ತರ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. Can she do breakfast in dinner? Can she do dinner in breakfast? No, it's not there. There is a set of protocols, rules. ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಫಾಲೋ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅದು ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ನೀವು ಆಡಿಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ ಒಂದೊಂದ್ಸತಿ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು, ಅಮ್ಮ ಏನು ಉಪ್ಪು ಹಾಕಿಲ್ಲ, ಖಾರ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದೆ. So that is audit. So it is, you are doing audit, you are checking on somebody's performance, somebody's this I'm giving a small example. So same thing happens with the business. In the business also, everyone has to follow certain protocols, procedures, rules and regulations, corporate social responsibility they have to undertake. Now there are agencies to undertake the social audit. You can do within yourself. Your own team can come and do checks and all, whether we are following it or not. If we are not doing so many things, we'll correct it. So that any external agency which are coming, government agencies which are coming, before we get exposed to them, we correct ourselves. Now namde improve ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು, so that we namdu image ಎಲ್ಲ ಉಳಿಸ್ಕೋಬೇಕಲ್ಲ, ನಮ್ಮ ಕಂಪನಿ ಇಮೇಜ್ ಉಳಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಕೆ, so we have to safeguard, do a internal audit. ಈಗ ನಾವು ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ, ಯಾರೋ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು we do our checks ಅಲ್ಲ, ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಬೇರೆ ಹೊರಗಿನ ಯಾರೋ ಬಂದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರೇನ್ ಅನ್ಕೊಂತಾರೆ, ಓ ಈ ನೋಡಿ ಹಿಂಗೆ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ರೆ ಮನೆ ಹಿಂಗೆ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಒಂದು ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್. ಅದೇ ತರ ಕಂಪ್ನಿಯಲ್ಲೂ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಕಂಪ್ನಿಯಲ್ಲೂ ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಫಾಲೋ ಆಲ್ ದ ರೂಲ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಪ್ರೋಟೋಕಾಲ್, ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಮೇಂಟೈನ್ ಆಲ್ ದ ಇನ್ವೆಂಟ್ರಿ ಆಫ್ ದ ಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಲೈನ್ಸ್. ಎಲ್ಲ ಅವರು ಪ್ರೊಸೀಜರ್ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಆಡಿಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಎಸ್ ಒನ್. ಬಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ಆರ್ ಆಲ್ ಕನ್ಸರ್ನ್ ಟು ದ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಆಡಿಟ್. But what is social audit? Social audit is nothing but whether these companies are doing the social responsibilities or not, whether they are giving proper wages to the employees or not, whether are they taking care of the welfare of the employees or not, are they having any kind of infrastructure given for the company benefits or the stakeholders or anything, kottidaro illo. So these things are the social, this comes under the gambit of the social audit. Otherwise business audit, the audit is different. Business operations irutte, business operations audit ಬೇರೆ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಆ ಆಡಿಟ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಬೇರೆ. ಈಗ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಲೈನ್ ಇದೆ, ಎಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಕಂಪನಿ, ಈಗ ಏರ್ಕ್ರಾಫ್ಟ್ ಮ್ಯಾನುಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಚರಿಂಗ್ ಕಂಪನಿ ಇದೆ. So in that everything they have to follow the certain procedure and rule to manufacture one aircraft. Now whether they are that external team will come, the technical team, tomorrow you may be a part of that business audit or a technical team. You will be expertise in technical, you will be having technical knowledge, engineering knowledge irutte. ನೀವು ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು technical evaluation ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ or as a part of that audit. It's called as a technical evaluation audit. So you have to go and see whether all the specifications are met or not, whether our engine performance is good or not, whether my missiles are they performing up to the mark or not, are there any parameters which are not matching. ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ನೀವು technically evaluate ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ. It may take some 1 week. So you come up with a report, that audit report, that is actually operations report, technical report or business audit report. But social audit report is different from all these things. Social audit report is whether your company is following the CSR responsibilities or not. So these are the little bit related to the employees, their association, social, family, and their stakeholders, how the business is going on, whether are they taking care of all the stakeholders or not, are they giving dividends or not. This is the audit. So please understand different audits. It is all different. Tomorrow you will be part of that audit. So all these things you should be understanding. Okay. Is there any doubt till now? No doubt? Clear? Now can you explain in the exam if the question comes? Social short notes, write short notes on social audit. What are the advantages of social audit? So some question hinga ulta ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ, VTO ಅಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಹಿಂಗೆ ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಉಲ್ಟಾ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. So you should don't get confused, right? So I will show you one after completion of this, I will show you question paper. We'll try to see. Okay, fine. Okay, now you can switch off video. Only Sudarshan, are you there? Sudarshan, am I audible to you? Sudarshan is missing. Likit, very bad. Okay, so we were talking about accountability, transparency, and responsibility and fairness. So you have to do the business with fair business. You have to do. You have to take care of all people. You have to take care of all requirements of your business, profit and losses, and your well-being of your employees. and your operations, your technical expertise, everything comes in your, it should be fair. You cannot do unfair means in any a part of your company business. Now there are certain principles of that I am giving all these because the questions may come in any, they may ask you to write advantages, they may ask you to write pillars, they may ask you to write main principles of corporate governance, but Yalla ಸೇರಿಸ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು it's all one only, most of them. Like principles, again, it depends on accountability, fairness, transparency, and responsibility. Same thing what we studied in the last slide. So these are all more or less same. So corporate governance is carried out in accordance with the company's corporate governance code and is based on following principles or following pillars, basically. Principles, pillars, same. So one core values, there may be a question, what are the core values of corporate governance? ಈ ತರ ಒಂದು ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಕೊಡ್ಬೋದು ಅವರು ವಿಟಿಯುಗೆ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಸಡನ್ ಆಗಿ ಇದಾಗ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಇಮಿಡಿಯೇಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಅವರು ಒಂದು ಏನೋ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ ಈ ತರ. ಸೊ this core values, in this core value what we have, see, teamwork, innovation, goals, excellence, ethics, quality, customer, trust, then responsibility, passion. So all these things are the part of your core values. Though some of the attributes have been repeated, but more or less when they ask you any core values, just write these core values. All these are the part of your corporate governance. Then what are the advantages of good governance? Or there may be a question, what are the benefits of good corporate governance, with example. So this question may come like that. So everything is given in question wise. So benefits of good corporate governance, like encouraging positive behavior in a business, reducing the cost of capital. What do you mean by capital? No one knows. Capital andre eno? Vamshi. Vamshi. Whatever amount you invest, that is the capital. You cannot have more capital or more investment. Less investment you do, less safer you are. Because more you invest, there are chances that money may, you can have a loss or something like that. So less capital is always good for the company. Improving top level decision making. So you have to improve the top level decision making by corporate governance. When you have the protocols, rules established by this method, so you will definitely have top level decision making quality in the enhanced mode. Then assuring internal controls. Then we'll have all the internal controls in a good governance mode. So they will have full control on the internal whatever systems you are having within the company. So everything will be controlled completely by your governance. Then enabling better strategic planning. So you are in a position to undertake good planning for the business if you have a good corporate governance. Without this, what happens is what is strategic planning? You must have studied. It is a long-term planning. So this good corporate governance will have impact on the long-term planning of your business. So this is very, very important, strategic planning. Then we have attracting talented directors. Of course, this is one small example which is there. Then I want to show you a corporate governance in a nutshell. Basically, it is the policies and procedures, board of directors and committees, legal and regulatory framework, organizational hierarchy, monitoring and internal control, then transparency and accountability. Then we have smart goals, vision, mission, strategy, objectives. It's all part of the corporate governance. Just you can remember this as a whole, so you can also easily reproduce in the examination point of view. Okay. So with this, I finished my corporate governance. So if you have any questions, no questions. So then let us go to the question paper, and we'll see certain question papers. Today I have downloaded certain questions, old questions also. We'll just see one by one. what kind of questions you get. So till now we have covered about the management, and then we saw the steps in planning science as a see, this question is always there, always define management, explain the contributions of Taylor by scientific management, briefly explain what management is science or art. It's 10 marks, very nice question. We already discussed this. Explain the important steps in planning, hierarchy of planning. Then we have explained the principles of organization, steps in selection process. So coming to our part, earlier this question, it was starting from entrepreneur and all. So no questions used to come from this corporate social responsibility. This has been recently added, I believe. So we'll go to the recent question papers, July 19. So if you go to the July 19 question paper, in this question paper, if you see, yeah, you can see this question. Explain the social responsibilities of business towards different groups. 8 marks. So we have discussed this in detail with the diagram. So when this question comes, and when it is more than any question which is having more than 5 marks, no. So please use diagrams, images, draw your own diagrams, different groups. So we have discussed the company may undertake responsibilities to the various different, how it is doing the responsibilities for the different groups. So we have made one the thing. So please draw that figure and explain neatly, step by step. See, if at all you want to see that, I can show that. What was that? So corporate social responsibility levels and different areas. This is also part of that question. Like these are the areas involved: corporate governance, transparency, human rights, labor issues, and all we discussed. These are all part of your different groups only. Okay, how they are doing for all this argument we saw. Then we saw, yeah, this one you have to remember. So this question is 8 marks. So the social responsibility of company business towards the different groups. So see, we have employees, workers, stakeholders or investors, customers, consumers. Then we have government or other administrative bodies, local community, what you are doing towards them, then or the environment and general public. So everything it is required. So all these things we have to, these are actually the social responsibility of a business or corporate towards the different groups. So please remember this figure and reproduce this in terms of your answer, so that it will be very easy to score 8 marks. If you do not add any figure, then probably you will get 5 to 6 marks. You will lose out two marks, you will lose out. So why to lose out the marks? So then next question is, classify entrepreneurs based on the functional characters. Okay, that we'll study in the next subject. Difference between entrepreneur and entrepreneur. Okay, that is also part of your. Now see, the other question is, there is another question which is given. So this is, they have merged this question with entrepreneurship also. Now what is business ethics and corporate governance? 8 marks. See, simple, business ethics and corporate governance. So both are 8 marks, 4 marks each. So please include, I have shown the slides, business ethics and corporate governance. So this is your business ethics. You can write all these things step by step. Then draw one figure, maybe probably. Then you can use corporate governance. So this also there, advantages, pillars, write these pillars so that you draw this figure. So if you write all these things, then you will get 100% marks, 8 marks out of 8. Because the subject is not that very interesting, because if you have, it will attract, if you have the images and pictures drawn, then only diagrams will attract the marks. Okay, please understand that, that's very important. Okay, I think others are not that very. So this question, only 2 questions, 8 marks each. So then we see the other one. Yeah, January 2019 question. Yeah, this is December 2018 and January 2019. The questions were, see here. Now, the question is, why is social audit required? 2 marks. Now, can anyone tell me what is the answer for this? See, all these questions have come. Illustrate the economic, illustrate the social responsibilities of business towards different group. See, again 8 marks. Again, in the previous question paper was also it was there. So this question seems to be very, very important. Social responsibilities of business toward different group, 8 marks. Again, same question is repeated. List out the advantages of corporate governance. See this. Why social audit is required? Anyone? Why social audit is required? Just now we discussed. Monisha, why social audit is required? Without audit, what will happen? Geeta, are you there? Geeta, are you there? Kushal? Kushal? Sandeep? Okay, guys, I am going to pick up in another 2 minutes. I'm going to pick up. The class is not yet over. People are leaving. I don't know why. Why people are leaving? Your another 5 minutes we have. Please rejoin back. If you have a network problem, please rejoin back. I'll be picking up attendance in the last moment. Okay. Anyone? Any doubt why a social audit is required? No one is talking. What happened?
So to achieve a goal in the social responsibility.
Very good, very good. It's basically to achieve the goal. Who is this?
Monisha, sir.
Monisha, very good, Monisha. Excellent. You have come up with the good this thing. Very good, excellent. See, the social responsibilities. This is a review of company's endeavors procedure. It's an assessment of how well company is achieving, whether they are achieving the objectives or not. Very good. So the objectives, these are the objectives, whether they are achieving. That's why social audit is a 2 marks question. Just write, it's a formal review required for assessing your company's profile, assessing whether they are achieving goals or not. Simple. So 2 marks question. Then we have illustrate the social responsibility of business towards different group. Yeah, we discussed this. List out the advantages of corporate government. What are the advantages of corporate governance? We have done, no? What are the advantages? See, advantages of corporate governance. How many marks were there for that? List out the advantages of corporate governance. 6 marks. See, for the 6 marks, you write 6 points. See, already there. Encouraging positive behavior, simple, nothing to remember. Reducing the cost of capital, improving top level decision making, assuring internal controls, enabling better strategic planning, attracting talented directors. That's all. 6 marks. You'll get 6 marks. Just a list. You need not to explain also. Just list 6 this thing with the less effort. You will get 6 marks. Okay. Is it clear, everyone? Any doubt in this? Okay, the next question, I'll just see one more question paper if possible. We'll see other old one, Jan 2018. This is January 2018. Yeah. I will not focus on other questions because we don't have time for discussion. Yeah, this is the question is, what is social audit? Explain its benefits and limitations. See, what is social audit? We know what is social audit. And benefits and limitations. What are the limitations? What are the limitations of social audit? We have not discussed this, right? We have not discussed the limitations. What are the limitations of social audit? Sometimes you will have a problem within own company only they are doing. So there will be some kind of misunderstanding. And company may not give the correct figures to the agencies, which attract problem. So this becomes difficulty level increases for the auditors. Auditors will not be able to assess properly the company's profile if they are not giving the correct picture of the whatever data which is there. So these are the limitations. That means the auditing team has to have a good, whatever the data which is given by the company. Like say before, what happens is generally in such audits, if always the company prepares a pre-audit report, pre-social audit report, and it says that all I am doing this, and all. Then this audit is given to the report is given to the that is what we call it that as a brief. Once it is given to the auditors will come and go through that brief. Then according to the brief, they start checking each and every attribute, whether what they are saying is correct or not, something like that. So these are the limitations, which sometimes if the data is not correct, then there are problems associated with the this social audit. So these are the limitations of social audit. Then comes what is corporate governance? List the benefits of good corporate governance. Who monitor corporate governance in India? Who monitors corporate governance in India? Everyone monitors. Every government agencies are monitoring this. Whether there are some agencies which are monitoring corporate governance. There are agencies which are monitoring the government agencies. So your central government is also monitoring. At state level also they have state government also monitoring the corporate governance. There are some ministries who are there who also monitor this. So it's all everywhere it is monitored. Okay, understood? Is it clear? It's 1:30 now. Shall we call it for the day? Kushal? All hungry? Sandeep? Have you understood?
Yes, sir. Everything, sir.
Okay, good. Kushal. Bharat, are you there, Bharat?
Sir.
Okay, understood, no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Okay, I will now stop recording so that we can take a break, go for lunch. Okay, thank you so